Hi everyone, I'm Audrey, half of Reyony, and today I'm playing more Parasite Eve. Yes. Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Fractured and Blossom, good to see you both in the chat. I'm excited to get to day 2 of Parasite Eve. Last stream I ended just as day 2 was starting, so I haven't really dug into the meat of day 2 yet anyway. But yeah, so far pretty cool. We start out by meeting our heroine Aya Brea, NYPD, 25 years old, just looking for a hot night on the town with her date. And she got a hot date, all right, in the form of people exploding and catching on fire. So there's an actress on the stage and she's singing, and suddenly everyone's on fire, or their bodies feel hot, and then they catch on fire. Aya pursues her, and she kind of finds out about this character. The actor's name is Melissa, but then it kind of seems like her mind has been taken over by this Eve. And this Eve keeps saying something about mitochondria, and the mitochondria want to be free. So, and as we all know, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. I believe the mitochondria is responsible for creating energy. So something's there. And for some reason, Aya is not affected by whatever Eve is doing. People are catching on fire. Animals are like turning into these like grotesque, fleshy thingies. And yeah, it's like pretty freaky. It's not super scary though, as far as horror goes. It's more about the atmosphere, which I like. It kind of throws us into, oh, and red blood cell with the reset. Yes, red blood cell. Yes, mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Thank you very much, red blood cell. Appropriate that you're here. Let's get a mini dance party for red blood cell. I'm sorry, I'll catch up with a chat in a second. I just want to get out I just want to review really quickly. So yeah, we're pursuing Eve, and it takes us through like the backstage area, and we're going through the backstage rooms, the dressing room, the green room kind of thing, and it's pretty sweet. And then we go deeper into the sewers and have encounters there. So now we're at day 2, and we're looking for the scientist at the museum, because this scientist specializes in mitochondrial research of sorts. So that is where we are, I believe. Hey, Lou's here. Lou, goth swag, thank you. It's just a black sweater, but I will take it. And I guess my hair is black, and I will take that, absolutely. Yes, Red Blood Cell, you caught the stream early. Thanks for being here, Red Blood Cell. And Neko, how are you doing? Parasite Eve, yes. Resident Evil, but not Resident Evil. You know, I actually have never played a Resident Evil game in full. The only one that I've like kind of played was like maybe an hour or 2 hours of Resident Evil 7 that a couple years ago. I played Resident Evil 7, I guess the regular version, and then I played a little bit of the VR, and I decided that was enough. But that brand of horror is pretty scary. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe the differences. Maybe horror aficionados can expand. Maybe it's a difference of like Western versus Eastern horror, which I've heard described for, you know, movies and stuff like that. This one, I'm enjoying it so far. Is it kind of campy? Is it kind of B-movie horror? I don't know, maybe a little bit, but it's fun, and I'm liking it. Oh, one NPC famously said, I believe I remember hearing about the mitochondria in school. I think I do remember an NPC saying that, Blossom. Oh, maybe the scientist is in Resident Evil? The scientist in this game? Is there a tie-in? You need to play it all, Neko says. Okay, we love black sweaters. That we do, Red Blood Cell. It's, black is... I would say probably most of my, wardrobe is black because it's just easy to wear. Hey, Archong, how are you doing? Good to see you in the chat. And Valborn's here, too. Thank you both for being here. How are both your days going so far? Getting into more Parasite Eve here. Yeah, we're on day 2. Let's just get into it. Archong says tired. Archong, I'm sorry to hear that you're perpetually tired. I hope you need a long vacation. You need to just take time off. I would say travel, but we can't really do that right now, unfortunately. Yeah, fractured can't go wrong with black. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Anthony knows Archong. Oh man, I know he knows. Daring's here too. How are you doing, Darren? Daring, excuse me. How are you doing, Daring? Oh, yay! Yes, Valborn, keep me in the background while you take care of work. I'm gonna get started here. So it kind of when I loaded in the game, it told me to sign in, which is what I'm gonna do now. I don't remember where I need to sign in. Is it over here? Oh, it's right in the front. Okay. Yep. Okay. I also realized I should make more of an effort for different voices. I want to make different voices. I don't have range. My one voice is like all I can do, and I'm not very good at accents. People who have been around and seen some of my voice acting through the Final Fantasy ages will know I'm not that good at accents. So, oh, I don't know yet. Let me get back into it. Oh, Lou, have you seen Squid Game? I don't think I've seen Squid Game. What is Squid Game? Sounds interesting. Archong, Ren Fair this Saturday. Very nice. And archery on Sunday. That sounds like a fun weekend. Very fun. Oh, and Daring, about to start work soon. All right, you all have a wonderful day at work. Hopefully I can keep you entertained while you work. Yep, that should be enough. Unless you want to leave your number too. Oh, okay. Yes, it does work. Okay, cool. Yeah. Just hope this place doesn't explode or anything one of these days, you know? Oh my god, is that foreshadowing? Something's gonna explode. Mitochondria's involved. Hey, Aya! Over here! I should have practiced my my New York accent. Since we are in New York. I'm sorry. All these New Yorkers are gonna have a a West Coast US accent. Hey, it's open. Let's check it out. I love the outfit the characters are wearing. Yeah, it looks very casual. Yeah, it's I don't know, police detective on the case cash. I don't know. Dr. Clamp. Dr. Clamp. I hear you. We're with the NYPD. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Professor, we're looking for clues concerning the incident which occurred. Are you accusing me? Oh! What? This again? What is this? Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, there's that. This is something I forgot to mention in the recap. Oh! This man! I know him, I think? We keep getting these little flashbacks with Aya, where she's in some lab or hospital. And I feel like it's safe to assume it's tied in with the reason why she's not affected by Eve's, like, I don't know, whatever our villain is doing. What's wrong? Are you okay, Aya? Yeah. We'd like to ask you about the mitochondria research you've been doing. NYPD, huh? Why are you interested in my work? The suspect mentioned that the mitochondria would be set free. Now, do you? That suspect ignited people without laying a finger on them. Then it transformed into some kind of creature and ran off. Since she mentioned mitochondria, we were hoping you could supply us with some info. Just two have absolutely no idea what the true mitochondria is like. Do you? The mitochondria possesses its own unique genetic code. Its own? Are you saying it's a separate organism? Precisely. Kinda like a parasite or something, huh? Parasite? That's an interesting way of describing this most fascinating creature. We cannot live without the mitochondria. Do you understand? The mitochondria creates energy for us. Without it, we're nothing. We are here because the mitochondria allows us to be here. Our brain, for example. The brain functions due to the interaction between axons and dendrites. This interaction is possible due to the energy the mitochondria provides. Did you know the mitochondria is capable of discharging 200,000 volts of electricity? This not only pertains to electrical discharge, but also applies to heat energy as well. Heat? Then the combustions from last night were... For a human to burn and melt, 1600 degrees of heat must be generated. There are several hundred mitochondria present within a single cell. If all the mitochondria in the body began functioning at the same time, a tremendous amount of energy would be generated and released. Melting a human into a pot of fluid would be a simple task with so much energy. So you're saying the mitochondria ignited these people? Professor, you may be right in that we need the mitochondria to live. But in the end, we're just using them for energy, right? You have no idea. The mitochondria has control over an organism's growth. Take this hand, for example. Before we're born, the hand is merely a glob of flesh. But when cells between the fingers deteriorate, that's when the fingers first form. When the cells which make up the body aren't needed anymore, it receives a signal to die. This signal is initiated by the mitochondria. When it is relayed, the genetic information in the nucleus is cut off and in essence, dies. The same can be said for aging. The mitochondria mutates 10 times faster than cells. Of course, this also applies to mutant forms of mitochondria as well. When too many mutant mitochondria multiply, energy production level decreases. The decrease in energy production is associated with the aging process. So, are you still stupid enough to say that we are the higher species? But you're not saying that the mitochondria is doing all this consciously, right? When I said that the mitochondria could mutate 10 times faster than normal cells, I also meant that they could evolve at a rate 10 times faster. Since the beginning of creation, the mitochondria has been evolving at this rate. It's no surprise if they possess a power beyond our cognition. No surprise at all. Let me tell you something. There was a scientist who tried to determine the mutation rate of the mitochondria. With this, the scientists wanted to establish a connection with human ancestry. In 1987, it was announced that the root of all humans can be traced to a single woman in Africa. This finding was announced around the world, and with this, the mitochondrial theory spread like wildfire. You know what they call the root of it all? Mitochondria Eve. Splendid name. Just incredible. Eve? The suspect in yesterday's case called herself Eve. What? Nani? Hey, if you know anything, you better not be holding back on us. She called herself Eve? Sorry, but I've told you what I know. I'd like to return to my studies now. I believe you know the way out. Hey, you better explain what the hell is going on here! Daniel, forget it. Let's just go. God damn it! Okay, they're throwing a lot at us right now, and sorry, I think I got a little behind on chat. Oh, okay, cool. All right, life science majors, does it check out? Does the science check out? I'd love to hear. Oh. Yeah, we're talking my attempt at a New York accent last time. I mean, you inspired me with the line, "Hey, I'm walking here." I don't know, was that bad? I don't want to offend anybody. Oh, Squid Game is a South Korean survival drama streaming on Netflix. Oh, hey, sounds interesting. Yeah, I'm down for a K-drama. Oh yeah, a lot of blood and gore though, Valborn says. Oh yeah, Lou enjoyed it. Interesting. Cool. Gotta check it out. Oh, and thank you, Valborn. Audrey's VA 10 out of 10. I'm trying. Yeah, drink some tea every time they mention mitochondria. Yeah, Fractured. Yeah, that would be a great drinking game. Oh, Money Heist. Is that another Korean drama, Lou? Koreans got the game on lock right now. There's a lot of really amazing media coming out of South Korea right now, for sure. And Gerald, how are you doing? Gerald the pizza thrower, how are you doing today? Getting into Parasite Eve here. I got some kind of lore science lesson right here. And Peach is here. How's it going, Peach? Yeah, Parasite Eve is set in New York City. That it is. So it didn't really tell me where to go. I just learned a lot about mitochondrial research. Okay. Oh. What the hell is wrong with that guy? I can't stand him. That man, I've seen him before, but I can't remember where. Daniel. What? Okay, we'll be right there. Uh-oh. Aya, looks like we got a break in the case. What? We gotta get back to the station, Aya. Hang on, I'm kicking this into turbo. You know, I'm kind of loving this police drama tied in with survival horror vibe right now. But more than like survival horror, I'm feeling the investigation side of it more prevalently than like the horror. Well, maybe because I've only started. I haven't really gotten to the survival horror part of it, where I feel like I'm like running, or I don't know. Maybe because I feel like I'm pursuing Eve. It feels different from, I guess, the survival horror where maybe you'd be the one being pursued. I don't know. It's pretty cool. I'm enjoying this. New York in 1997. Yeah, that's right. At the beginning, they showed like a little cutscene, and it said Christmas, 1997. Oh, we got a break in the case. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go, I guess. Oh, the break in the case is here. Hey, Aya, any news on the case? Hope you bag this creep soon. I'd hate to bump into him on the street. Foreshadowing. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep saying foreshadowing. Gerald, I'm good. Played this game and didn't like it. Oh, interesting. Did you play this recently, or maybe when it came out initially? I've kind of heard, you know, good things about it. Actually, this is kind of, I've been told that this might be up my alley a little bit in terms of the type of creepy horror, maybe kind of a little bit of a body gore-ish type. I don't like it too extreme, but you know, I just like the look of creepy things. Can't wait to see how faithful to the city they are. Oh, Peach. Peach sounds familiar. We'll see. What was that? We're starting the meeting. Okay. I've been to New York City a couple times, but I don't think I know it intimately enough. Maybe if we had to navigate the subway and stuff, that would be the true test, wouldn't it? Melissa's solo concert was scheduled for today. She had disappeared after last night's incident and the concert was canceled. Oh, I just want to I'm remembering as I'm playing. This character, Baker, I think he's, I don't know, the head commissioner or something of the New York Police Department. He was, when we were doing a, what is that called? When you have, yes, thank you. We were doing a press conference and he was saying, let me do all the talking, Aya. We just want to cover our butts. Don't say anything. They might spin this on us all weird. So he kind of basically started lying about what we know, but then Aya stepped forward and was like, "No, this is the truth," kind of thing. So I'm a little sketch about Baker, but I don't know if that's just normal, higher up kind of sketchiness that tends to happen, like when the authoritative figures, just kind of sketchy vibes that happens in video games and movies and stuff. Gerald throwing pizza. Thank you so much, Gerald. We actually had pizza this weekend and it was delicious. Oh, Archong chiming in saying the 17th precinct building is already different. This is so cool. I love this perspective that you're able to share. I haven't played a game that actually takes place in our, or that where the setting takes place in our real world. I haven't played a game like that in a long time. I was gonna say on stream, but it's been a while. I think I can't even think of the last game. Oh, it was recently that you played, Gerald. Gotcha. Spider-Man, I did not play, but yeah, you know what? I'll count it. I watched Anthony play it. You're right. Spider-Man, Persona 5. I did watch Anthony play a little bit. You're right, Archong. There's more than I thought. Maybe because I have Final Fantasy on the brain. Oh, doesn't Fallout take place in different cities? Good question, Peach. I'm not so familiar with the Fallout series. But people are still gathering at the stage. We must not let another massacre happen again. Oops, I think I missed a dialogue before this, but something about the concert. The concert is at the Central Park Amphitheater. Central Park? What is it, Daniel? Ben and Lorraine. They're at the concert! What? Ben and, those are his family. Screw you, Baker! My son's in danger! Daniel. Aya. Watch his back. Yes, sir. Oh, we got a mod permit. So we got a mod permit before things, I guess. Before, I don't know. Before we gotta go back in the field. Okay. We got a little tease before about, Daniel's going through a divorce or already went through a divorce. And his son came to the police department and was like, kind of lamenting at the fact that he didn't have a lot of time with his dad. So, yeah, that's kind of the situation with Daniel's family right now. A little tease, a little background on Daniel. Something to make us root for him. And I'm rooting for him for sure. Concert is canceled. Okay, but people are still gathering. Thank you, Anthony. Wait, am I mishearing you? Too much Final Fantasy in my brain, or did you say MOG permit? I said mod, as in modify, MOD permit, but I could see why you would hear that. But yes, too much Final Fantasy on the brain, Blossom. Not a bad thing. When are you gonna let me tune up the guns? I didn't ask to be assigned here to watch over the warehouse all day, you know. As long as you see guns as toys, you'll never touch them. Hey, I know I can make a stronger gun than you. Guns aren't supposed to be stronger, you numbskull. They're supposed to be safer. Fine, you geezer. Dude, this is very relevant. Very relevant right now. Man, I could do so much better. I can turn that gun into a cannon! Easy! You want to leave something here? I think I'm good. Let's Oh! You can never be too careful with a gun. Do you have an equipment modification permit with you? Modification permit, that's what it is. I do have an equipment modification thing. So last time I modified my rifle? Normal armor? I don't even know what I should modify next. Oh, I see. Oh, sorry. It's asking for the permit. Duh. You know, I'm gonna turn this off. Okay, you can only modify guns, which makes sense. My rifle's base attack is 34 or 35, or attack plus the plus the bonus. Okay. I'm wondering why I shouldn't use the rifle, or why I shouldn't keep modifying the rifle. Is there a concern about the type of ammunition? Does it use a different type of bullet? I know nothing about firearms. I know nothing. Well, I don't even know if outside knowledge would help me here even. So these are handguns. Should I upgrade a handgun in addition to my rifle? I feel like just go in with the strongest thing, right? This holds 16 bullets. I don't know. Does that seem like a lot? Oh wait, I can modify my armor. But my Kevlar vest is like amazing. Oh yeah, Archong, what's next after 10? Peach says 10 too, maybe. Good question. We're still talking about it. We're still talking about it. We'll see. Dang, are we talking about pizza? What's going on? It sounds... Ooh. Oh, man! Archong, we gotta bookmark these restaurants. I'm gonna go with the rifle. Oh, add a slot. What does the slot mean again? I don't know. I'm just gonna do it. I'm not entirely sure how upgrading works. That's one of the things that from my Final Fantasy knowledge that I did not really make an effort on. Don't let the guns own you. Torres, I hear you loud and clear. I'm also still not sure how storing stuff works. That's okay. I think we're okay. Hey, Zoller, how's it going? Oh yeah, Zoller, you were playing 9 earlier, right? Pretty sweet. Blossom, we've already played a lot of the obvious Final Fantasy games, so it's getting harder to decide. That it is. I guess we could play the not so obvious ones, which could be interesting. Like obviously good, you mean? Or what do you mean by obvious? Like, oh yeah, of course you gotta play that one. Alright, let's go save Daniel's son. I'm a little worried. They've set up Daniel to die. You know when a character just has death flags on him? It seems too soon, though. It seems too soon. You have anything to say? At Central Park? I sure hope it's not a repeat of last night. Oh my god. Everyone should just stay indoors. Mask up, everybody. Here we go. Dude! Whoa! Dang, that pull out. Oh! That melody in the background. The precinct melody. What the hell does Melissa, no, Eve, want from us? Well, it looks like she wants to gather people in one big area. Damn! That thing's got my boy involved. She's gonna pay for this. Let's hurry. Just hang in there, Ben. I'm coming for you. Central Park. Looks correct to me. New Yorkers, confirm. Where's the halal guy's cart? That's my reference point. Not for Central Park. Oh man, this pizza discussion is pretty sweet. I'll have to read back on it later. Blossom, I'm not gonna bash on 2 like a lot of people do, but it's hard to deny it's divisive. Interesting. Noted. Noted, Blossom. Appreciate that. Archong! Archong knows their city. Let's just say. Ben! Daniel, stop. I gotta get my boy, Rookie. Oh, no! Okay. Whoa! Oh, interesting. Sometimes you gotta look before you leap, old-timer. I don't care if I burn. I'll go. Ben's my son. He's the only family I've got. Damn it! I can't do anything! Leave it to me. Well, but... I'll get them out safe, I promise. Besides, Ben needs you. You won't do him any good if you are dead. Alright. I'm counting on you, Aya. I know. Aya will be fine. She's in the next game, right? This is her on the next game cover? I think that's Aya. So, interesting. I thought it was gonna be... Now I'm feeling like it's... If you get in the proximity of Eve, then you burn. Oh, well, then that means Ben should already be dead, right? I don't know. Something sketchy. Like the halal guy's hot sauce. That's right. Spicy. No one's safe from the halal guy's hot sauce. Okay. Just gonna save here. Go. Let's do this. Here we go. First encounter of the night. I don't know how do they describe this gameplay? Oh. It's like almost turn-based like, but it's like I'm like actively dodging things. It's like pretty cool. Parasite Eve did it first. 7 Remake fans. Kind of active turn-based. Action-y turn-based, maybe? Action. It feels kind of silly. I'm like kind of running in circles, waiting for my ATV to fill. Yeah, peach. These are some jams for sure. These are some peach jams for sure. Ah, have you played Star Ocean 2 before? No, haven't, Archong, but it's been on our list. For sure. Feels like 12. Oh, this feels like 12 or Star Ocean 2 feels like 12? Oh yeah, and then he said it. People had recommended it. And so, he got it. This is the second one? Oh, well, Star Ocean, the second story. Here it is right here. Pretty sweet. Oh, they're running around waiting for ATV to fill, right. Central Park Zoo! Huh. Aren't people congregating for a concert? We shouldn't be going through the zoo, should we? I'm gonna go through anyway. Oh, wait. All the zoo animals are gonna be turned. I want to wait for it to attack and then I'll stop. Oh, is it not going to attack? Okay, maybe not. Nice. Ooh, wait a minute. I remember. I'm remembering now. Last time I used my club. Ooh, but it's significantly weaker. I used my club to preserve ammo. I'm wondering if I should do that. How do I know how much ammo I have left? How do I know that? Oh, what is this? I looked in my inventory. Is this... Where does it say that? Oh, ammo crate. Oh, duh. Hey. Oh, cool. Okay. Sweet. Maybe the concert is at Naumburg Bandshell or Rumsey Playfield. Let's see. Let's find out. We're in the zoo right now. Oh! Well, let's go ahead and save here. Maybe I shouldn't be going into the zoo right now. Maybe this is for later. Or maybe this is the side content that you should be maybe trying to go for. Yeah, where are the penguins? Oh, Eva's here. No kidding. Hey, SP vest. Your inventory is full. Crap. Okay. So this is when I should have dropped things off. Yikes. Okay. Okay. Well, let's see this SP vest. Oh. Cool. Junk? I feel like I don't need junk. It just says broken item. Zuki! Yes. Cool. We got the Zuki. Here we go. Oh, here's the penguins. Here's the penguin, Archong. Whoa! Oh, man! It's kind of hard to see the trajectory of that thing. Go ahead and use a healing item. Seems I have plenty. 45. Ooh. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till I get hit more. Oh! Snakes. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! Yes. Oh man, this narrow, like battle area. Okay, something's on the other side. But what's over here? Oh, we got a couple chests? Your inventory is full. Yes. Oh, well, let's go ahead and use that medicine. Okay. Limited inventory space. What am I playing? The Legend of Dragoon? Sheesh. Just kidding, Anthony. Hold up. What was that? Oh, defense +2. Yeah, let's use that. We'll put it on, this one we just got. Hey. Cure P. Cures and prevents poison. Oh, I can get poisoned in this? Has that happened yet? I don't think so. Status effects. Alright. Let's keep trekking on here. Ooh. Yeah, I was gonna get hit there. Oh boy. I'm trapped. Let me out! Perspective is a little hard to see. Ouch. Taking hits here. Oh, he moved right out of my range. There we go. I think I need junk. But they keep giving me junk. Oh man, I'm burning through these medicines. Ammo, pretty sweet. Let's see. Combat feels pretty snappy. No long loading screens into random battles and loading back out. Yeah, true. Very true. Oh. Oh. Ah! Shoot. Oh, that's gonna be poisonous. Oh, man. I gotta be better about dodging or something. I'm not sure. Can you go in here? Well. Yeah, playing into the positional stuff, that backwards poison. I noticed that too, Anthony. They read me. They knew I was gonna go for the back attack. Tactic strats. I should have jumped. Oh, I don't have the heart to. I'm like really almost out of medicine. Moves equipped parameter or effect. What? Tool. Oh, is this something I can use to mod? Oh, I just came through here, right? Yes, I did, I think I'm getting turned around. There's no map, is there? Okay. It's not... Okay, it's not putting me back into the same encounters like the other area. I feel like when I pass the same spot each time, it would give me the same encounter. So that's nice. Okay, uh-oh. Fork in the road. Leave me alone, birds. Okay, going for the weaker ones first, of course. They're the weaker ones anyway. Oh, maybe they're the same. Aha! More medicine. Oh, wait. Was my inventory full? Was my inventory full so I didn't get that medicine? I'm not sure. Maybe it was. Total 9. Oh, God. Maybe I should just discard some of these equipment. All of the animals have escaped. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Eve leaving bodies in her wake. Oh, is this just a roadblock? This body is just a roadblock. Oh no. Well, we can't step over it. Ah, this must be the concert. Yeah, really love the backgrounds. Great atmosphere. Agreed. Nighttime in the winter in New York City. Okay, I haven't seen a save spot. I'm a little worried about that. Just gonna check the edges. Oh, there's a backstage area. Let's go there. Oh, I cannot. Okay, I mean, it wants me to go through the front. Okay, we'll go through the front. Hope I see a phone I can save at. Oh boy. Does she always have... What's below her? I don't think I ever... Oh. The holiday season brings joy to us all. Here we go. Oh gosh. And this Christmas will be the most special of all. Special because I will no longer be under the control of a host, as I have since the dawn of time. Humans are weak mitochondria. Oh, humans are weak. Mitochondria can self-evolve. Mitochondria must now take over the nucleus. Oh boy, y'all better run! That is pretty gross. Not gonna lie. Okay, this is new. They're not bursting into flames. Oh, what's this? They're becoming juice, and then they're... Oh. We have to get backstage and stop her. Ugh, pretty nasty. Yeah, they weren't kidding about melting. Was that just... Uh-oh. Ah. Dude, the little girl ghost. Pretty spooky. Even though we know it's Aya. Oh, can I save before trying to stop her? Yikes. Maybe not. Alright. Gosh, we've faced off with Eve several times now. Why? Why are you doing this? You again. But you are too late. You will not ruin my plans as you did last night. Stop! Oh. I love the recurring, like, opera theme. Yeah, the music. Okay. I think we're just chasing her down now. Should I go in and look a little more closely for the boy? Okay. No, I don't got a ticket. It won't let me in. Oh. Is this an alternate exit? Oh, gotcha. Why did the people stay in their seats? We'll never know. Oh, here we go. I like how you can see just enough. She's like just off the screen. Aha! Oh, shoot. Okay, of course. Oh, hello. Oh, I haven't used my Parasite Eve ability. Use Parasite. Oh, heal! I should totally be using this. What the heck am I doing? Wow. Huh. Wow. I know they kind of hinted that, using the Parasite Eve ability would, like, I don't know, I'd become addicted to it or something like that, but we'll see. The game hasn't given you a tutorial. Oh, want me to look it up? We'll fill it out. Scan will be used. Let's just scan it. Hey! Sensitive to heat. That's cool. I don't think I have any heat abilities, so we're just gonna shoot it. Nice. Done and done. Okay, that's the first time I used my Parasite Eve ability. Oh, thank goodness. Precious save point. I haven't had any huge game overs yet. Actually, I don't know that I haven't had any game overs yet. Parasite energy. That's what it is. Hey, Cyrus, how are you doing today? How's your Hollow Knight run been going? And were you able to figure out your laptop issues? You must have. I think I've seen you stream since. Here we go. Sweet. We haven't died, so that's good. That is very good. I wouldn't say the combat is particularly hard, but I don't know. I wonder if it gets more strategic, like where you have to stand and stuff. I wonder, because it allows me to dodge. Huh. Should I go here? It allows me to dodge. Control over dodging. Oh, it was here. Oh, hello. Okay, this is pretty spooky. Okay, well, something's back here. We gotta take a look. What's this? Ammo. Excellent. Drop an item? Nah, we're good. Nice, Cyrus. Your laptop seems to be working fine. That's good to hear. Good to hear. Nothing a little percussive maintenance can't fix? Just kidding. That looks like a chest, but I wasn't able to open it. Alright. Another gross polar bear thing. I wonder if this is a situation where I can assess everything and just have that data. Whoa! What was that? Oh my gosh. What's gonna happen? Yikes. No, it doesn't show the stuff anymore. I'm gonna try healing. Hey. Oh yeah, that used quite a bit of Parasite energy. Oh god. I totally whiffed that. Okay. I thought I could heal and then shoot maybe, but like one action per thing. How's the game so far? It's interesting. It's like a little weird, but it's fun. In its weird like in its weirdness. It's a little creepy for sure. We saw some people melting, so you know how that goes. Yeah, it's cool. What is that icon? I don't know. Alrighty. I kind of wish she was a little faster. If she could just run a little bit faster, I think that would be great. Oh, no, no, no! I meant to pick up the medicine! Oh, well. Inventory is full. Alright, we're gonna have to start dropping some stuff here. Or maybe... Yeah, let's go ahead and exchange. Normal armor? We don't need it. Oh, defense +1. Yeah, let's use it on this. Cool. Up. Let's go left. Am I lost? I'm just gonna keep following her. Oh, there was a chest up there. Okay, this kind of seems like the right way to go, so I'm gonna go back for that chest. Oh, wait. Is that? Oh, yeah. I kind of wondered if I was, getting tricked by the little girl ghost. Maybe I wasn't supposed to follow her, but no. Seems correct. I feel like I haven't heard footsteps in a video game in a long time. For the past couple I've played, at least. I don't remember hearing. Oh, actually, no. In Remake, there were. There were definitely. Like this noir style of this game. Yeah, it has that detective vibe. For sure. For sure. Oh! Gosh, how come bird enemies are always the absolute worst? Birds and bats, I'm telling ya. I'm gonna go for the heal here. Just because I like to end the encounter with as much health as possible. Just want the medicine, please. Oh, I need to dump something? Or? Oh, no. Alright. I think we're getting close. We'll see. Man, if we ever go to New York City, Anthony, we gotta find the sites inspired that were the inspiration for this game, and then take pictures there. Oh man. Ooh, I got lucky there. We'll have to take pictures and pretend we're oh no. Pretend we're spontaneously combusting? No, maybe that's too much. Hey, Prince Leo, how are you doing today? How's Tales of Arise going? Yeah, at least the flying enemies don't have higher evasion stats like in other JRPGs. Good point, Cyrus. Or at least I have not confirmed that to be the case. Yeah, we'll print out these pre-rendered backgrounds for reference. That would be good. Yes, we have to print them out because we can't just look them up on our phones in the digital age. Anthony. I'm just kidding. Those were my exact thoughts when I played Assassin's Creed Syndicate. If I ever go to London, yeah. Fun to see. Yep. Not sure how to dodge these boys. Ouch. God, how do I dodge that? Okay, I should probably heal. Oh, I have heal 2 now. I feel like, is it something where like the more I use Parasite energy, the more things I learn from Parasite energy, and the more I become, I don't know, the perfect host for mitochondrial shenanigans. I don't know that this has multiple endings though. Oh, maybe I need to get in close to dodge that move. Oh, miss. Like, oh yeah. Ah, Prince Leo working the overnight shift. Hope it's going well. I can tell you about Parasite energy if you like. Okay, Anthony. Yeah, let me know about Parasite energy. If it's not too spoilery or not, if it's not spoilery, because I don't think they really explained it. They kind of, hinted at things, but. Oh, here we go. Oh. Oh god, that was close. This should kill it. Oh, that poison cloud's just gonna sit there, huh? Okay, maybe I'll... Okay, let's see. PE is pretty simple. You can see that the resource regens automatically, and more slowly if it gets low, so keep that in mind. You also learn new PE abilities at specific levels. Gotcha. If you want to know how a specific PE ability works, you can try it or just ask, and I'll say it. Thank you, Anthony. Prince Leo Tales is going great. I'm thinking about playing it on more days. Nice, Prince Leo. Glad to hear it. Heard good things about it. Okay, I feel like there have been a lot of branching paths here. I don't know that they all go in the same direction. So I hope I'm not missing out on things. Okay, well there's a phone booth here, so that probably means I'm going in the right direction. Or hopefully that's what it means. I'm actually gonna go for the heal. Now that I know that's that I can use Parasite energy, or how to use it. Ooh, no. Oh, wow. Huh. That could have been bad. Overnight shift is tough. It is tough indeed. Daring. I've never had to work an overnight shift, but it seems like it would be tough. Or hard to get used to it, initially at least. Alright. I'm just hoping Ben is okay. Ben is our partner's son. Oh! Different song. Mini boss. Whoa! Okay, what's all this about? Okay. Oh! I'm like playing whack-a-mole here. Oof. It's all the same. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. It's pretty cool, actually. I'll wait for them to attack me first, so I know. Go. Okay, so there are 3 separate. Kind of pop up in the same spots. Oh! Shoot. Oh! Ouch. Huh. I'm wondering at what point I should heal. Oh, shoot. Okay, that's now. Oh! Oh, I'm Big Dingy with the resub. Thank you so much, Big Dingy. Let's get a mini dance party for Big Dingy. Oh, God. This, actually, this mini boss is, kind of giving me a time. So thank you so much, Big Dingy. Little mini dance party for you. How are you doing? Happy Monday indeed, Big Dingy. Don't think I'll game over. But it's giving me a little bit of a time. Whoa, that one was fast. Ugh. Oh, man. Yes. Oh, boy. Okay. We're gonna have to use some Parasite energy to heal here. Oh yeah, 6 months, Big Dingy. Thank you so much for 6 months. Watching for half a year now. We're happy to have you. Oh! Oh, wait, what? This is not... Okay, this is a big one. This is a big boy. This is a big boy. Okay, where did the big boy come from? Oh, I've been using too much parasite energy. Just gonna use a little bit. Oh, well. Now it's charging up really slowly. Oh, heck. Should have known it was gonna try something weird. Okay, is it gonna sweep again? Oh, how do I dodge that? Oh, man. Wait for a little bit more parasite energy to fill up here. Here we go. That was worth the wait. Okay, do I just need to... Oh my god. Okay. Gotcha. So if I'm too far away, it'll shoot something at me. Which is fine. I feel like I can maybe deal with that a little better. Ah, okay, yeah, I gotta get it. Huh. I gotta get in close. So once it starts doing that. Oh, let's not get hit in the face. Dude! Okay, this is tricky. This is a little tricky. Okay. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Okay, hold up. You know what? Maybe this would be a good... Maybe I should scan here. Oh god. 69 HP. Oh god. Can I even scan it from here? I can slow an enemy's AT recharge. Huh. That could be interesting. You know what? I'm just gonna hold out. Just gonna hold out. I'm gonna wait in one corner. Yep. Oh. Whiffed that pretty bad. And they're going away. Dude, I'm actually not sure how to deal with this. Don't you dare! Okay. I gotta move in sooner. Oh, there we go. Okay! We're getting the timing here a little bit. Oh! That was a big mess up. That was a big mess up. But we'll get the damage in. I need to go ahead and heal. I don't think I can deal with it when it does the sweeping move. Back a worm, yeah, Cyrus. Really is. There we go. Maybe I could afford a little more distance. So I could start attacking sooner. Hey! Nice. Parasite powers have evolved. Barrier. Use parasite energy to absorb. Uses parasite energy to absorb damage. Oh my goodness. I could have used that for sure. Well, gosh. Okay, I felt a little worried there, but no problem. No problem. Just gonna keep upgrading that vest. And yeah, I think we're good. I'm gonna go back and save though, since... Thank you all. Thanks, Cyrus. Alright. Please don't tell me it respawns the mini boss. Okay. A little bit of a concern for a second. Oh! Here it is. Your genes are stronger than I thought. Come, my dear, let's go for a ride. Ha ha ha. Oh, I'm in control. Wait, like, actually, we're gonna do this? Oh, this seems pleasant. Let's just talk. Oh, okay. Wait. Oh no, this is horrible. Oh my god. Yeah, hey, Enigmas, how are you doing? She's here. We got in the carriage with Eve. Who knew? Who knew she was gonna light up the horse? Jeez. Why? Why be on the humans' side? Why not? I'm a human. Why are you going with them and not me? What? Oh, what the heck? Oh god! Let's throw up a barrier just to try it. Zero. Oh, that used a lot of parasite energy though. Oh, it just absorbs the one hit. Is that how that works? Oh god, I'm gonna die pretty soon. Oh, and that's it! Huh? Huh? What? Huh? Huh? Oh, because I had a revive? Is that what happened? I had a revive? I think I did have a revive, and it just automatically... Well, hello. Let's use my medicine too. Oh, man, I just ran into her. Wow. We should really jump off this carriage right now. Ah! Okay, ran into that. Ow! Okay, let's heal. Let's just keep our let's just keep our HP topped off here. And then let our parasite energy regenerate. Oh, I think seems you still don't know who I am. Well, if you don't know, your mitochondria will. I have a prediction. That's why you were drawn to the opera. What are you talking about? Here, let me explain directly. Stop it! Uh-oh. If we join forces, all the other mitochondria in the world will... Stop! Hey, Savage Music Man, how are you doing? Love this game, yes. Oh, you play it every year! I love to hear that. I love to hear people's, I don't know, like recurring game that they return to. I actually don't have something like that personally, but yeah, pretty cool to hear that this one is your game. This battle used to get you? Okay, I was like a little like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do to not get hit? And there's like a pretty like narrow spot of not getting hit, I think. So hopefully I did it all right. Yeah, almost as cool as a ghost train. Absolutely, Blossom. I know exactly who Eve is. Look at her hair. This is Hexadecimal from 90s Canadian CGI cartoon Reboot. I'm not familiar. Oh, okay. Anthony just sent me a picture of Reboot. I don't know if I know that character, but I absolutely see the resemblance with Eve and Reboot. Yeah, this is one long ass road. Absolutely, Lou. I'm just imagining we're stuck in some sort of roundabout or something. Stop. This poor horse, man. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't care about the people, but something about this poor horse just being on fire and still pulling this carriage is pretty sad, pretty effed up. It's got to be something with twins, am I right? This is just a prediction. Maybe, you know, identical twins? Some sort of pool? No, that doesn't make sense. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Two of them. Show me two. No? Okay, I don't know. I don't know why. I'm just getting that maybe something Eve's... They connect on a cellular level. They have the same cells. Or not same cells. Similar genetics. Exposed to the same experiment. Something... I don't know. Yeah, miraculous that carriage didn't overturn. I mean... That horse was still on the clock. Okay, everyone knows Reboot. How come I don't know this show? What did this play in the States? Like Cartoon Network sort of thing, or how come I don't know it? Oh, I do know. I know the main characters. Yeah. Okay, I remember it now. That honestly, that show kind of scared me. They're kind of scary looking, right? I didn't watch it that much, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Now I remember. Yeah, it was. Okay, cool. The dog in Reboot? Gosh, I don't remember. I don't remember anything about the show. Aya, answer me. Daddy! Wow, how did Ben get out of this? Ben! Weren't you going to the concert? I came here with Mom, but she was all weird. What do you mean, Ben? I came with Mom so the three of us could be together. So that's why you came to get me. Mom went to the stage, but she freaked out. What do you mean, Mom freaked out? I got near the stage and started to feel sick. I wanted to go home. Mom wasn't herself, Dad. She left, and everyone else went too. Lorraine. Dude, Ben's instincts. Casualties were much worse this time. We cannot put the lives of citizens in jeopardy any longer. We have orders to evacuate all citizens out of Manhattan. Okay, my opinion of Baker has changed. I think Baker's a pretty solid guy. Fortunately, most people are out of the city for Christmas. What do we do, sir? We will stay and assist in neutralizing Eve. Shouldn't we leave it to the army? We're the ones that are supposed to be protecting the city. Any word from Aya? Damn it! Where could she be? Daniel, I need you to help evacuate the citizens. She's our only hope against this thing now. I'm going to go look for her. Shouldn't we stop him, sir? He's lost Lorraine. He'll find Aya. You two help with the evacuation. Dude. Daddy! Ben, I'm sorry. I have to go find Aya. Where'd she go? I don't know, but she's the only one that can fight the thing that hurt your mommy. Kath, look after the kid, will ya? I will. Don't worry. Daddy! Come on, sport. You like dogs? I'll introduce you to the best police dog in town. So people are compelled to get close to Eve, it seems like. Can I show this boy the dog? Sure, let me open the fence. Hey, you got a visitor. This is Shiva. Shiva. I don't know. Spelling's a little. Hey, I think she likes ya. Hey, that tickles. Hey, Clacy, how are you doing? These games make it easy sometimes to bring the spice. Whoa, that taxi. Aggressive. Ooh, savage. Music Man, what's everyone's favorite snack? Excellent question. Excellent question. Right now, I could go for some chips, I think. Something salty. Oh, wow. Ice skates? How many times do I gotta tell ya? We've blocked this off. You won't even find a cat on the street. I told you, I've already contacted the police about this matter. What? Oh, I see. I'm not even gonna do a broken English accent. I'm not getting anywhere with my English. This is too real, though. Hey, you Chinese? No, I'm Japanese. Nanda? Nihonjin desu ka? Oh, yes! Can you speak Japanese? Chotto dake ne. Dare desu ka? I am Kuniko Maeda. Japanese. Oh my god! This is like, it's so crazy how there are parallels with our current times. Absolutely. Hey, if you can't speak the language, go back to your country. Uh-oh, here we go. Calm down, take it easy, man. It's bad for your heart. I'm getting I'm hot! Help! Dude, the Japanese man just did, I swear, just did the glasses push-up thing when he saw the man on fire. I guess it's now or never. Oh! Oh god! Oh, he's doing it! Yeah, he's I swear. Spontaneous human combustion. I believe that's correct. Wow. Maeda. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Spooky. What is the likelihood a cop knows Japanese? Yeah, I guess if it's not a Japanese cop, maybe he says he knew a little. I don't know. Maybe he had a friend who spoke Japanese, or maybe he's a weeb. I don't know. This is like the weirdest racism I've ever seen depicted, Cher. I haven't seen it depicted like this before. I don't know if maybe they were drawing on real life experiences, but interesting. Here we go. Oh, is that all we're gonna get? Just a shot of hallway with lockers? Oh! Oh! We're in the hospital. Where? Hello, Tofu. Thanks for being here. Tofu, what's your take on all this? the screen's really bright in it right now, so Tofu's just this glowing ball of yeah, one paw on the shoulder cat. Hello. Hospital? Ooh. Oh, you're finally awake. Who are you? I'm Kunihiko Maeda. I'm a scientist from Japan. He found you. Oh. Oh, he found you. Daniel! There's no one out there but cops. It's a ghost town. Never seen anything like it. Pretty creepy if you ask me. Where's Eve? What happened to the people in Central Park? Ben was okay, but the rest of the audience, well, they just disappeared. Disappeared? You mean they weren't ignited? They all melted into slime and became one big mass. That's something new. Nothing like that happened in Japan. Japan? A similar incident occurred several years ago in Japan, although it wasn't as grandiose in scale as this one. What? Hey, give us the details! It all started when a scientist's wife was involved in a car accident. The scientist tried to culture her liver cells in order to keep her alive. The scientist named those cells Eve. Hey, Velzoxic, how are you doing? Parasite Eve, yes, Parasite Eve indeed. Getting into this, we're just meeting Maeda right now. Eve? The liver cells multiplied, and her mitochondria eventually took over her physical body. After acquiring the scientist's sperm, Eve tried to give birth to an ultimate being. Such a nostalgic game. I'm glad to hear it, Velsox6. So it sounds like you played this back in the day, was it? Lou. Might have pulled a no English to the cop smart man. Yeah, I was like, grandiose. I'm not saying that's advanced vocabulary, but that's kind of advanced vocabulary for someone who says English is not their first language. Let's just say. Interesting how they worded this. After acquiring the scientist's sperm. So I don't know. Were they actually in love, or is this just another or a scientist experiment kind of thing? Ultimate being. What kind of being? She, the being who mutated from the liver cells, couldn't maintain her body for long. By the way, before the car accident occurred, the wife had registered to have her organs donated. Oh boy! So after the accident, her kidneys were transplanted into a young girl. And Eve implanted a fertilized egg in the young girl, who gave birth to an ultimate being. Oh, some in vitro. Okay. In vitro fertilization, I mean. I was extremely interested in this. I went to his lab so that I could continue research. After hearing about this incident, I had to fly over here. What the hell is going on here? I wish I could explain more. Aya, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I thought that monster had gotten a hold of you. Thought I was too late. When I felt Eve, something inside of me felt like it was being... You felt you were about to be ignited, correct? No, she's... Well, she's the only one that isn't affected. What? I don't understand. I think I may be a monster. Like her. What? What are you saying, Aya? I don't know. What if I end up killing you? Ah, shut up. You know that's not. Please, Daniel. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Please go away. Just stay away from me. Aya. Please. Yes, I understand your point. Hey, where do you think you're going? That was a long way around. Even if I am a monster, I don't ever want to kill you, Daniel. Please. I can never forgive myself if I killed you. Oh, am I sensing some romantic tension here? I don't know. I think they're just very good partners in like work partners who care about each other, friends even. Aya, you're no monster. Oh, Clacy with the triple hydrate. Thank you. I was starting to feel a little coarse there. And and Paradox Buddha with the hydrate as well. Okay, that's 4 hydrates. Let's go. Thank you very much. I saw. But yeah, sure. But the cop pulled a reverse Uno. Speak less English and more Japanese, or go back to where you came from. Oh, I think I think that one cop was saying speak English or go home. But then, yeah, that other cop was like, hey, I speak Japanese. Yeah, it was a little confusing. Oh, Velzoxic played this twice and finished it, but I can't wait to see how you go through this. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I made some predictions. I think they were very off base. I was thinking like, you know, oh, maybe she was she has like identical twin and they were like separated at birth and they both, you know, have similar genetics and you know, that's why her cells are they're reacting to each other and you know, business. I don't know. I just like to put things out there. This story has a Final Fantasy VII vibe, Lou says. Yeah, someone. Well, I mean, this is from on the back of the box. It says this is from the creators of Final Fantasy VII, and someone said that this. I think it was Valborn and Cher who said that this game originally was supposed to be what 7 was intended to be. So maybe there's a little bit of cross. I don't know. Streams crossing, if you will. Cross-pollination, yeah. And thank you so much for the hydrates, Paradox and Claycy. Really appreciate it. Ooh, Devil's Advocate. I've noticed some basic Spanish words are similar to synonyms for simpler words. Levantar, to get up / rise. Also, grand equals big. So it kind of makes sense to me. Grandiose would be the first one someone would know. Oh, I can see your point. Yeah, I maybe because when you're not coming from a Latin-based language, I would expect maybe it to be like the very basic, very, very basic. But yeah, I see your point for sure. Oh, and thanks for being here, Archong. And yes, recharge. Get that full battery, and we'll catch you later. Have a great night, Archong. All right, let's see this. Aya, you're no monster. This is sweet. You're my best partner, Aya Brea. I'll be by your side. Always, Aya. Damn. It's pretty sweet. I feel it. I feel their relationship. When I touched Eve, that feeling. Oh! Did I make a right prediction, maybe? Was it? Dude! Oh! Did I do it? Yes! Did I? Was it Maya? Maya and Aya? Let's go! Oh my god. I mean, I don't want to say they were making it obvious. Because I don't really think they were making it obvious, but maybe it's just one of those sci-fi trope, horror type tropes. You know, and when genetics are involved and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Audrey the Oracle. Thank you. Thank you, Lou. Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's not confirmed, but Aya and Maya sounds like maybe some sort of, I don't know, siblings. You know, siblings, maybe parents want to name their children, have the same rhythm of their names. Yeah, Blossom. I've always liked the rhyming of Aya Brea. Oh. Kind of has like a rhythm to it, yeah. Just theory, a game theory. Let's keep going. Thank you, Velzoxic. Thank you very much. Thank you for no spoilers. Really appreciate that. Oh, God! But Maya died in the car crash with Mom. No. It just couldn't be. Okay, car accident. They mentioned, like, you know, liver. Oh, day 3. Let's go. You know, didn't they? They saved a young girl. They implanted the liver thing. Was there some? There was something about some sort of in vitro fertilization. They transferred the fertilized embryo into the young girl. Maybe this is Aya and Maya's mom. I'm just talking out loud. Just talking out loud. Oh, format complete. Wait, what? Hey, I did I wipe my save? I didn't even realize what I did. Well, that's fine. I don't know. I think so. I formatted the memory card on accident. I was just clicking go, 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 I think. Vels is fine. Thank you, Vels. Blossom, what? Just theories, Blossom. So now we know Maeda told us about experiments that happen in Japan. Well, this happened in Japan though, so or I don't know, maybe Aya's mother is Japanese, but they were saying scientist's wife died. He was trying to keep her alive in a way by culturing her liver cells. Something. The mitochondria took over the physical body. That wife's name was Eve, by the way. Eve got a hold of the scientist's sperm. When the wife died, she got her organs donated. And there was a young girl who got the liver. And I think the young girl, they put the fertilized embryo in the young girl so that they could create the ultimate being. And yes, I think that's about where we are right now. Oh yeah, formatting a memory card is an odd thing to let you do in the middle of a game. When you got it, I guess. Yeah, I hope it doesn't affect anything beyond the Parasite Eve save. I hope. I didn't even think about that, but now I'm scared. Sorry, Anthony's Legend of Dragoon. Oh, what, is that a concern? Now I'm scared. The theorizing. Maeda, I gotta say, quite the gentleman. Very good with the social cues as well. Gave Aya the space when she asked for it. Gave her and her partner, who she's close with, her cop partner, a moment. And he slept outside. Let the lady sleep in the room by herself. That was a long night. Sleep well? You were here all night? I told you to go away. You could have died, you know. Scientists can't believe anything without proof. It's just one of those things. And besides, what? Oh, nothing. Woo! Spicy! I'm sensing something here. Daniel? No traffic. This is the way it ought to be around here. Daniel. So, what are we sitting around for? We've got work to do. Daniel, thanks. All right, we're gonna need some bigger weapons. There's a gun shop over there. Let's stock up. Okay, cool. Yeah, Anthony confirms it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, Lou with the nerd alert. Oh, I see. I think Maeda wasn't doing the glasses thing. I think he's just always doing this like head scratching thing. Cute. Love that. Hey, let's lose the long face. Come on, Aya. Let's go. We gotta stock up. Yeah, let's go. Do I walk there or are we gonna get in the car? What's going on? No? Okay, I think we're gonna walk. Sam's gun shop. They weren't kidding when they said they sell guns here in America, were they? This is it. We'll help ourselves to some ammo. Alrighty. Oh. Out of the way, Aya. Daniel, no. Sorry, but it's the only way. Damn, let her get out of the way first, dude! That was sketch. Are you really a cop? We think so, but we don't have scientific proof if that's what you're asking. Wait, what? Yeah, Blossom, the piano, the percussion. So good. He knew he was a good shot or something, yeah. Go ahead and pick your favorite accessories, ladies. All right. This is just too much. I feel ya. I feel ya, Maida. Okay. All right. Oh, club. Thank you. M11. Oh, machine gun. Okay. Pretty sweet. Plus range. Cool. How do I have... Oh, my inventory expanded. Cool. What about all this stuff? Oh, no, I can't. Inventory's full. Yeah, let's just throw in, this handgun, I suppose. Cool. Okay, I think I'm just allowed what's given by the chests. Yeah, so much stuff. Absolutely, Vel. Oh, there might be more stuff in there? Oh. Huh. Where? Ah! There was. Not sure what those tools are yet. I'm gonna throw in normal armor. Bullet cap +1. Pretty sweet. Okay, I think that's probably it. Yeah, I don't see any more. Oh, here. Inventory's full? Okay, let's just bullet cap. Or let me look at my weapons again. Okay. I suppose I'll increase the bullet cap on the rifle. I don't actually know. Yeah. Sure. Oh, nice. Light but tough armor. Sweet. I've been upgrading my... Oh, it's actually really good. Okay, cool. Thank you for the heads up, Anthony. Oh, there might be more! What? Oh, right. That my club 2 would replace club 1. So I can discard club 1. Yeah. Huh. I'm like mashing A everywhere, but maybe, oh, maybe something on this. Aha. Okay, let's drop, can I drop this? Discard. Yep. Handgun. Sweet. Is that everything? Oh no, I already opened this. No. Okay, cool. Thank you. So I got the handgun, machine gun, got a new vest, some upgrade thingies. Hey, Tsukage, how are you doing? Let's go. We're going. We're in day 3 after a pretty heavy, like science-y lore heavy day 2. If it's Eve we're dealing with, all the ammo in the world may not even help us. Torals will kill me for saying stuff like that. I certainly hope these will help us out. Me too. Oh. What's up? Yeah, it's going well so far. Just getting into more Parasite Eve. Some stuff's going down. It's all tying back to these like weird visions that Aya is having. There's probably some history with Aya and a past science experiment maybe gone wrong. Yeah, the story's unfolding. We're just trying to chase down this Eve person, or this Eve creature, to stop Eve from melting people and lighting people on fire. Okay. Stocked up. Oh, the pharmacy. Oh, it's on the right side. Oh, that's what Maeda was talking about. Door's broken. Okay. Daniel was like, yep, that was my doing again. Guess I'm hearing the Parasite Eve song from Bring Me the Horizon in my head. When you mentioned Parasite Eve, I'm not sure if I'm familiar with that song, Bells. I gotta check that out. Oh, Tsukage, looks like I came at the right time then. Yeah, it's pretty spicy stuff happening. What's up with him? All of a sudden he's a happy camper. I won't ever understand those scientist types. Okay. Mash an A. Oh, there's a chest there. Replace. Ooh, revive. That came in handy. He won't ever understand law enforcement types. He just doesn't understand anybody. Yes! Yes! I wish I could take all these back to Japan. Oh, cute. He's just excited to be here. I'm just gonna discard stuff that I'm not wearing. And may as well use these. I can get rid of this M1911A1. This increases range. Should I just keep beefing up this rifle here? I don't see why not. I feel like the what is it? The cartridge size hasn't really been a concern. Or has it? I don't know. It tells... The range on that rifle seems pretty good. So don't increase the range or do increase the range further? Oh, seems useful for me. Okay, I'm just gonna keep beefing it up then. That's fine. Pretty cool. Did I discard the wrong gear? I totally discarded the wrong vest, didn't I? I didn't equip it? Oh my god! Right? I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait, this is the one that I just got? Oh, okay. Jeez. I thought I messed up. Cool. It's always kind of wild to hear game references in songs. Kanye West mentions a shmup called Blazing Lasers. Billie Eilish has... Oh, shoot 'em up called Blazing Lasers. Billie Eilish has a song named after a fairly obscure Xbox 360 puzzle game called Ilo Milo? Oh, I'm not familiar with that. I'm not familiar with either of those songs and either of those games. Pretty cool. Pretty cool though. Maybe I should just stay along one side. Tsukage with a hydrate. Thank you so much. Oh, Lou. Oh, no. I know who Kanye is. I absolutely know who Kanye is. I'm not familiar with that song. Blazing Lasers. Oh my god, Lou. Kanye 2024. Lou. Okay. Oh! That was spooky for some reason. Nice. Yeah. Get rid of this one. Tool. Oh, this is just like a dolly or something. Oh my gosh, Lou. Can never get a read on Lou. Never know when Lou is being serious or joking. Inventory's full again. So let's use this. Defense +1. Sweet. Cool, thank you. Oh. My files are here. Oh, did I select the second memory card? Did it format the second one maybe? Maybe that's what I did. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea what happened. Okay, well, let's just upgrade this one. Soho. We're in Soho. Alright, I think we are all stocked up and ready to pursue Eve. Actually, do we know where we're going? Do we have any leads? Hey, Pepe. Late 90s, totally. This game? For sure. Hey, you're supposed to be up in front with me. Oh, yeah. We set? Road rules don't apply here anymore. We can take the shortest route through Manhattan. Pretty sweet. There's one random rapper who sampled the theme song from Space Cadet Pinball. Anything's possible. I've heard some song. I don't remember if it was popular, but it was they sampled Chrono Trigger. And that kind of blew my mind. Okay, I'm not really sure where to go. I guess the best place to go would be the NYPD. Oh, sure. Maeda said something about it? Sure. Oh. Oh, because of the other scientist dude? Oh, maybe? I guess it gave me a hint. Go to the museum. I like the nostalgia that makes me feel watching these kinds of graphics. Oh yeah, I totally understand that feeling. Yeah, there's absolutely a charm about it. And I don't know that it aged poorly. I'm not feeling like, oh, this is like unplayable. I think given that it's a game from 1997, it's all right. Yeah, Vel, just asking, how are you playing this? I am playing this on a PlayStation 1 with a PlayStation 1 controller. And Kojiro is here. How are you doing, Kojiro? Yeah, PS1 graphics where everything is blocky. Love it. And no one blinks. Oh no, now that you've called it out, I will only see that. This game looks very good for its time. Doesn't make me want to die like a certain other game. Oh yeah? Which other game are you referring to? Pepe, have you tried Chrono Cross? I have not. It's been on my list of games that I want to try. I've kind of told the story, but I tried to play it in the past, emulated, and my ROM would crash at the very same boss every time. So I haven't gotten to play it, but here we have our own copy now, so maybe in the future we'll get to try it. You're welcome, Coach. Thank you. The game where no one has elbows? I'm gonna have to think about what that is. So, where to? Is there any place with a research facility? Research facility? I'd like to conduct an experiment and test something. It might be relevant. How about the facility in the museum where Clamp is at? They had really extensive equipment there. No way, man. Anywhere but there. He should have been evacuated by now. It should be okay. Yes. That sounds good. Daniel, is that okay? I'm expecting a big tip for this. Kojiro, I love the music in Chrono Cross, especially the opening thing. I love the music in Chrono Cross as well. I'm pretty familiar. Say it again? Yeah, Scars of Time. Pretty familiar. There's also a vocal song from Chrono Cross I haven't thought about in a long time, but now that we're talking about it, I'm thinking back on it. Gosh, I can't even think of how it goes. Oh, Radical Dreamers. Yes, I can hear it in my head now. I'll start with the guitar. Really love that piece or that song. Okay, yeah, we'll listen to the opening theme. Yes. Say it again. Oh yeah. Oh, I wonder if you should or shouldn't replay or brush up on Chrono Trigger before Cross. Interesting. I have not fully replayed Chrono Trigger in a long time. I've forgotten like 75% of the game probably. That could be fun. That could be fun for sure. Time for old enemies. Let's do this, Val. And Dragonov's here. How are you doing, Dragonov? I'm just gonna open up a YouTube tab to listen to it. Very nice. Yeah, I'll listen to the opening. Yeah. So this is the American Museum of Natural History. It's just as I imagined. I can find a research facility in this building? Yeah. Hopefully we won't run into the jerk who runs it. Since he's been evacuated, it should be empty. He's definitely going to be here. Dragonov, it's getting, stories picking up here. Manhattan has been evacuated. The Eve threat level, I feel like, has escalated. People are melting. People are on fire. Animals are transforming into crazy, weird, fleshy, bloody, beastly things. Yeah, the story's complicated, and I don't consider it a direct sequel until the end. But Cross is amazing. I love that, Pepe. I am interested in Cross for sure. Uh-oh. Had fun on my birthday. I will never drink again, Dragonov. Sounds like you did have too much fun, maybe? Happy birthday, by the way. For a lab and a museum, it does have fairly extensive equipment. So, what do you want to test? Yes, of course. Let me see. I was able to extract a gel-like substance from Aya's clothing. Gel? Is that from Eve? Yes, it appears to be a remnant of Eve's cells. A gel-like substance. Ugh. Oh, and OMG SARS with the raid! How's it going, SARS? And how are you doing, Raiders? A little mini dance party for you, per the usual. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. How are you doing, SARS? We love the SARS raid. Getting into more Parasite Eve. It's, we just had a huge, we went through day 2, and we just got a lot of, science-y lore dump on us. How is it? It's fun and interesting so far. It's like pretty out there. But it's like campy, fun sci-fi stuff. It's not too horror-like in ways that, I don't know, maybe I am more familiar with. Like, you know, there's no like jump scares or anything. It's more about some pretty weird visuals and atmosphere. It's cool. I dress this like 90s J-Lo, Pepe. I'm gonna have to look up some reference photos. Thanks again for the raid, SARS. And what were you playing before this? Was it more Tales of Arise? And thanks for being here, Raiders. My name is Audrey. We're playing Parasite Eve today. At the cellular level, her power cannot be as strong as Aya said previously. Ow! Hey, what are you doing? I just want to conduct this experiment to see whether or not... Oh, he pricked himself. Oh, gosh. More Tales of Arise. Very nice, SARS. I'm hearing really good things about it. Tales of Arise. Yes. This is exactly as It's just as I thought. Go ahead. Take a look. What is it? Okay. Here we go. They're gonna fight or take over. Red blood cells. We're getting cellular. Oh! What's going on? What's that? Mitochondria? That's the nucleus. Nucleus is being taken over? I don't know. Your cells are completely surrounded by them. As you can see, the mitochondria, Eve, has taken over the nucleus. In a similar manner, the beasts that attacked you probably experienced the same thing. Does the mitochondria really have the power to control the nucleus? No. The normal mitochondria never has such power. But Eve's mitochondria has gone through tremendous evolutionary changes. Ooh. Yeah, that's a very good microscope. Absolutely, Kochito. Yes! Powerhouse of the cell, Shafter. Yes, Team Uzumisu, the powerhouse of the cell. Absolutely. Yeah, Reyony. Next stream title, maybe. Thanks for being here, Shafter. And Timu, coming through with the SARS raid. Always appreciate it. This is what I think happened to Eve's mitochondria. Normally, mitochondria require oxygen when they generate energy called ATP. Adeno triphosphate or something like that, I think. Adenosine! Of course. So at this time, the mitochondria requests oxygen from the nucleus. Without the energy supply from the mitochondria, the nucleus cannot function. So in essence, the two organelles constantly rely on each other. But in this case, it seems that Eve developed the power to reverse the symbiotic relationship. Evolution, or even mutation, seems likely in this case. Reverse the cycle! Look at this. I love when the operatic, voice, MIDI thing comes in. Look at this. Even with the limited number of cells, her cells have this much power. Can you imagine how much power Eve has within her whole body? Maeda. Yes? Could you test my cells? Yes, of course, but I want to know. I want to know why I have the power to fight her. I want to know where I stand with her. Aya. Please, Maeda. I need to know why. Yes, of course. Thanks, Maeda. Could you step over here, please? I'll need your arm. Like this? Here. Yes. Yes. Oh! Oh! Ow! Let me just set this up here. Dang, we ain't even gonna sanitize? Before we're making incisions and stuff? Coach, I call it the reason I almost failed biology. I mean, let's not take notes from square-enix games for science, okay? Biology 101 with PE. Ooh, I might maybe video game biology. Dave's here. Oh yeah, today is Mitochondria Day. Thanks for being here, Dave. How are you doing today? It's yeah. We're learning a lot about the mitochondria and what it means in this world. So let's see. In the case of Maeda's cells, Eve completely took over the nucleus. What happens with Aya's cells? You better see for yourself. What is it? Is something wrong? We know Aya is special. Here we go. Ooh, the music is a little more hopeful. Okay, in comes Eve's mitochondria. There's the nucleus. Yeah, we fought it off. We repelled that. Let's go. Do you realize what is happening? Your mitochondria are supplying more energy to the nuclei of your cells. It's almost as if they are protecting the nuclei from Eve's mitochondria. Why does Aya's mitochondria have this kind of power? I don't know. Are you familiar with Richard Dawkins' theory of the selfish gene? Dang! This is like real stuff right here! In simple terms, it states that genes act in a manner to preserve and ensure survival of the species. Hey man, I don't read those scientific journals. What are you trying to say? Depending on how you look at it, you can say that Eve is trying to destroy all mitochondria except her own. In response to that, Aya's mitochondria has developed the power to rebel. Why only Aya's? Shouldn't it be the same for us as well? We should also have that power based on... That seems to follow the natural order of things, but I'm sorry. I don't know why. Oh! Dang. Quick draw. Nice. Professor? Oh, right. What are you doing in my lab? This is breaking and entering. I forgot the voice I did for him. Oh. Yeah. What, your lab dissection specimens didn't spit fire at you? No, last I recall. No, they did not, but wouldn't that have made school a little more exciting? Yeah, gotta keep it sanitized. That's what I'm saying, Fractured. Science! Yeah, OMG SAR, science indeed. This just proved that jeans are superior to slacks. Good one, Kojiro, good one. This is big brain info dump, Audrey. Yeah, I think, yeah. So let's just say mitochondria, Eve's mitochondria, strong and bad. Aya's mitochondria, strong and good. Everyone else's mitochondria, weak. And we'll end it there. I'm asking why you people are in my lab. We've received orders to evacuate the city. Professor, you really should. I tell you, cops are the only ones corrupting this fine city. I'm sorry. It was my fault, you see. I asked them to bring me here. Who the hell are you? Oh, I'm Kunihiko Maeda, and I'm a scientist from Japan. You were using my electronic microscope. What is this? Where did you get this specimen? You! Where did you get these cells? Those are... I don't know. Do you take me for a fool? With cells like these, they must affect the body's natural state. Oh, shut up! I'll just ask Officer Brea. Your cells contained a tremendous amount of energy. Do you feel any bodily changes? You should feel somewhat hot. No? Speak up, officer. I can't hear you. Have you lost consciousness any time recently? Hey. Oh. What the hell is this? Why is my boy's name here? Lorraine. Lorraine's on here too. Clamp, you better... you tell me... You tell me what that list is for. Tell me, you hear? Let go of me. I don't have to tell you anything. Kojiro, I had the same thought. Cell, I was thinking about Dragon Ball Z. Absolutely. What? Daniel, calm down. Daniel! Damn! Dude, I'd be pissed too. Get out of here! No, dude, we're the ones making the calls here. Sorry to disturb you, but we do have to officially warn you of the evacuation. Please remember that. What? We're just gonna leave it at that? Officer Brea, do you enjoy having that barbarian for a partner? Oh, no, thank you. Bye. It's too late now. It's too late to do anything now. Oh, I see. So, sorry. I thought Clamp was the Japanese scientist they were talking about earlier in the game, but Maeda is the Japanese scientist. Clamp is a separate scientist that does other mitochondrial research, I think. But these cells don't sing nearly as well as GBZ's cell does. I don't remember Cell singing in the show. Is that just me? I don't remember that. Not sure where I should go now. Maybe I should go to the precinct and try to deposit some of my stuff. I don't even know what I need to keep. Damn him, one of these days. What was that list? It was an HLA type listing. It's a list to see whether organs will be rejected when transplanted. Whoa! Why the hell are Ben and Lorraine on the list? It was a list of people with matching HLA types, so... Damn! I'm gonna get them. I'm going back to the station and getting the... Oh, he sings a lot in the Team 4 Stars Abridged. Gotcha. Oh my god, Shafter. The mitochondria are scary. Do they become mitochondria? Good one. Thanks for being here, Cyrus. Hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. We'll catch you around. Had a long day, so kind of lurking. May fall asleep. Ice heavy, keeping stream up. Thanks for being here, Dave, and thank you so much for the lurk. Rest easy. Aya will take it from here. We're in good hands, I think. Thank you so much for the link, Kojiro. What the hell happened here? Eve? She's here? I'll go look around. You two stay here. Hell no. I'm not gonna sit around and wait for this thing to kill my family. Daniel! Oh god, Daniel's dead. Daniel's dead. Wait, Aya! Here, take this. Uh-oh, I think my inventory's full. What's this? Oh, I think it's just it's a good luck charm from Japan. It's the best I can do. I see. You can't hold anymore. I'll wait here then. Please be careful. Oh, great. Okay, cool. Yes, I can't hold anymore. Why don't I drop, or let's just use this and, so I can, get that from you. Oh! Please be careful. I will wait for you here. What does that mean? Special good luck charm. Oh. Okay, Anthony sent me a picture. It's a what? It's a demon breaking arrow for good luck? You could like carry it around with you, and then if you feel like oh, it's a thing at shrines. Dude, it looks pretty cool. Hamaya. Okay, noted. Put it on the list. Next time we go to Japan, if we ever get to go on our honeymoon, we're getting a Hamaya. All right, let's do this. Daniel. Daniel is our hot-blooded cop. Oh boy. Who's this? Getting help. Hang on. Oh. Yikes. Ooh, spooky. Look at that. I like that the precinct was kind of our home base before. Felt pretty safe, and now they've taken... Oh! That scared me. They've taken that safety away from us. Oh, hello. Oh. Ah. God. Oh, I got debuff. God. Excuse me. Dude. Oh, shoot. What is this? Offense? Oh, okay. I want this medicine too, I feel like. Let's exchange it with... I don't know what these tools are. I feel... Maybe I should hold on to that. Oh, moves? Oh, it moves a parameter or effect. Okay. Well, that's gonna be when I mod stuff. Let's just get rid of some of this other stuff I'm not using anymore. Hopefully this is okay. I think it's probably fine. Oh, consider checking the bodies twice. Noted. Thank you. Dodge roll would be pretty sweet. Yeah, do a barrel roll. Wait, it's me! Aya, this freak of a... Oh. No! Hey, Aya. Guess I screwed up, eh? Why? Why didn't you shoot, man? Haven't used a gun since your daughter was shot? Torres, you can't blame guns for that! I suppose you're right. Wayne, you take good care of this place now. Torres! No! Damn! Dude, this like Torres Wayne subplot thing was like ended up being pretty powerful. Anthony, don't use the death counter. That is inappropriate. Oh, I know your hands are full, but leave something here and take this instead. What are you leaving? Item? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I just wanna... Okay, it's not letting me use it, so I'm just gonna select one of these tools. Oh, this is the storing thing. Gotcha. Oh, nice. Oh. This gun, it's Torres's gun. Hasn't used it in ages, but he always kept it in shape. Torres wasn't just good at gun tune-ups. He was a real good shot, too. But ever since the day his daughter was killed by a gun accidentally going off, he stopped shooting altogether, and he came to this department to keep guns in check. Aya, I know you can handle this gun. Take this. And nail that monster for Torres. Dude! The backstories of the side characters are actually really, really compelling for me. This game's writing is surprisingly mature. That it is. That it is. Damn. Damn. Okay. Which one was the one that Torres just gave me? Must have been this one. The G19. What does this do? Offense +1. Oh, it is the M92F? Oh, it doesn't seem so good though. Well. Okay. Oh, so can I not upgrade my my stuff anymore? Oh, I see how this works now. Okay, you have to move it over to this side. Huh. How did I not? Okay, I don't need that. Okay, good to know. Store items. I still don't know what these tools are for. I'm just gonna do I need these keys? I don't know. Oops. I might be done with the keys? It just feels weird that I still have them. No? Zoo key? Did I even use that? I don't even know. Okay, is there like an auto sort? Oh god, I gotta, now that I know that I can do this, I need to organize everything. Ah, I messed up! Please hold while I am neurotic. Oops. At least the sound effect is pleasant. Okay. Okay. I think we're good. Yeah, time for a Parasite Eve remake? Yeah, Claycy's down. There's one thing Square was good at in their games. It was storytelling. I'm enjoying the storytelling in this in particular quite a bit. Keys are one of those things you always have. You only lose the ones to your car. Ain't that the truth? Ah! After I organized everything. Oh! What? Okay, maybe I didn't organize anything. I'm gonna stop. Tool! I'm gonna put this away because I still don't know what they're for. Oh god. There we go. Let's just do that. Okay. Oh, I can't get bogged down by that. Oh, there's a chest here too. Ammo plus 15. Torres, you were a good man. Oh, sort is on the left, Red Raven. Oh, shoot. Sort? Is there a sort on this screen by chance? Oh, I see it! I see it! Let's do this. Consumables first? Red Raven, you've just saved the stream. Thank you so much. Anthony said to check the body twice, so I'm gonna go check for that again. Well, the reason this one is more impressive than the others is that it seems well researched about the police, about the science, etc. I can see that. Oh god, check the bodies twice. Always check the bodies twice. Yeah, I feel like one of the writers here definitely loves detective dramas, police dramas. Maybe watch some like American police stories. It definitely has that similar narratively speaking. Oh, God, it was forcing me to RP walk. I was scared. I'm sorry. Ben's gone. Where? I don't know. Shiva went berserk, and Ben went after her. What? Oh. All right. Here's the juice. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, heck. Oh, God. It's that main theme song. Oh, God, I should have healed, probably. I like how they're holding their hands as, like their hands are dirty. That's how I would hold, like, just kind of like my hands out like this. Like, oh, I don't want to touch anything. Just a silly observation. Oh, damn. Okay. I can't, there's no room to dodge that. Sweet. They're being pretty generous with the medicines. Alright. Check. Here, use this. Nice! Okay, checking the bodies twice has already paid off. Is this Shiva? Okay, just checking the juice. Alright, I think we're supposed to hop... Oh! Oh no. Okay, I'm not really sure then. Yeah, I do appreciate that Parasite energy recharges over time. Yeah. It pretty quickly recharges, even if it gets low. I think Anthony was saying how if it gets low, it recharges slower, but even then, I feel like by the time my ATB charges up, it's refilled pretty substantially. Good use of the motifs in this. The musical motif in this game. I like it. Crit is lower. The higher defense and higher PE. Oh, that's a lot of higher PE energy. Let's try it. Damn. Oh no! Ah! Oh. Now this is a horror game. I don't like insects. This one's a pretty, it's like a tick. It's got like that kind of like I don't know, girthy body, like a tick. What is the auto perk? I wasn't sure, Kojiro. I was not sure. I haven't been paying attention to the perks that much. I'll be honest. Oh. Can I use... Oh, I can use my Parasite energy out of battle. Noted. Aya! We'll hold them off here. You go downstairs. Aww. Go downstairs, hurry. No, I'm not leaving without you. I'm not leaving without you. Oh. Okay, I thought it was gonna give me another, like, a good ending if I continued to talk and try to help them, but... Okay, I think I just need to go downstairs at this point. Oh. Well, let me just check this room. Oh, shit. Hey. Oh! Whoa. Ouch. That one packed a punch. Nice. I don't know what the junk is about, so I'm not gonna take it. But I feel like it might be something. Oh, thanks for being here, Sars. Yeah, I have to be good and get ready to sleep. I totally understand. Be good and get a good night's rest. Very responsible of you. Thanks again for the raid. Really appreciate it. And hope you have a wonderful week. Warner! Man, you've really caught us off guard. Most of our men were out. I'm getting help. Hang on. No worries. I'll be all right. You go after Ben. Here, take my clip. Yes. Always check the body twice. Lesson learned. I'm gonna save here. Can't sleep. Clown will eat me, Kojiro. You'll float too. Oh my god. Is that an It reference? Let's not bring clowns into this. Let's not bring clowns into this. That'll be too scary. A little too scary. Do I need to... Oh! Shiva! Shiva seems okay. Stop! Come back here! Oh boy. Let's just go ahead. Oh! What? Is that Daniel? Oh no. Aya, you gotta go after Ben. He went upstairs chasing Shiva. Come on, we need to take care of that wound. I'm alright. Just go after Ben. Oh. These people are good people. I'm sorry I doubted you all. I just had a bad feeling. The only good clown is the one who brings me chicken McNuggets, Kojiro. I wholeheartedly agree. Can't make it. Got me pretty good. Take this. Ben's upstairs. We weren't allowed back here before. Shiva, don't go that way. Oh, God. Shiva, what's happened to you? I hate it when kids are stupid in horror stuff. This is upsetting. Similarly, I hate it when a character just suddenly becomes, like, stupid. Not that this happened in this game, but you know how... Oh, dang. Just suddenly a character doesn't know how to function or fight. Oh, heck! Okay. Let's see. I think we'll be okay. Yeah. It's like right on me! Leave me alone! Okay. This looks pretty silly, doesn't it? Haha! You missed. Parasite powers have evolved. Energy shot. Oh, channel energy into bullets. Okay, that's pretty sweet. I'm gonna use some energy. Heal. Medicine 3. Very good. Oh. Yeah, trying so hard to get me. Yeah, Mel. Something's on that side. I don't know how to get over there. Oh, hey. Via the door, of course. Oh, your inventory's full. Let's just use one of these. Storage key. Excellent. Oh! Face Barkin with the raid. Hello, Face. How are you doing? And thank you so much for the raid. Let's get this mini dance party going. Yes. How are you all doing? Raid. Thank you so much for being here, Raiders. My name is Audrey. I am half of this channel. My husband is the other half. And today I am working through Parasite Eve. Kind of getting into day 3 of the game. As in the game, it's called day 3, if that's any indicator of how far I am in the game. But things are getting pretty spicy. Pretty spicy. Thanks for being here. Kamikaze Mixtape. Shiken. And Mayo, how are you doing? Yeah, Kojito, I hate when they put so many items in the game, but limit your inventory space. I haven't had to deal with a limited inventory like this in a long time, and boy, does it feel limited. Yeah, and how is Final Fantasy VII going, Face? How are you enjoying it so far? This game is actually by the creators of Final Fantasy VII. It says it on the back of the box. Very compelling. Yeah, this game has such good music. It does. It does. So it like weirdly fits for me. It feels more like police drama, detective, investigation type music vibe instead of with a little bit of scary horrorness in there. I can definitely get the horror part. This is a horror JRPG. However, I will be the first to say I'm new to horror. But I don't feel that it is particularly scary. It's more about just trying to. It has a horror atmosphere, and yeah, we're just investigating, trying to figure out the truth. It's a little bit paranormal, but mostly like a weird, like a sci-fi. Ooh, ouch! Kind of a sci-fi kind of thing. Oh god, I just got out of the range there. Oh, that's not what I was targeting. Ah! Oh, I'm slowed. Or is that restricted? Constricted? Bound? Yeah, that was my mistake. Let's just... I need to maintain more inventory space. Heavy Resident Evil vibes. So I've heard. I've actually never played a Resident Evil game myself, but I have heard from others that it does. Maybe that's something I should check out. Ace just finished disc 1. Very nice, Face. Congratulations on finishing the first disc. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. That it's going well. Yeah, this game looks sick. I've heard about it over the years, but this is my first time seeing battle gameplay. The gameplay is actually really interesting. It's like kind of turn-based like, in that you have to wait for an ATB bar, very similar to, you know, Final Fantasy games. But I'm like, when I get in the encounter, I'm like dodging stuff and like running around while waiting for the ATB to fill. So I don't know how they describe it, but I guess like a more action-y, turn-based game. Seems like the best way to describe it. Oh yes, save point. Vel, you put it beautifully. It's not that kind of horror that makes you go, wah! It's more like, ugh. Beautifully said, beautifully said. The sequel to this takes a more Resident Evil approach to combat. They're both cool. Oh, interesting. Interesting, Mayo. Speaking of, I have the sequel right here. I've heard, I don't know. I feel like I've heard mixed things about the sequel. Some people say they love it. Some people say it's all right and they prefer the first one. But I have both here. So. This is PE's version of paralysis. Gotcha, Kojiro, with when I stepped into that spider web. Gotcha. PE2 has tank controls, so the vibe fits. Gotcha. You know, tank controls have been mentioned before. I don't think... Oh, that's right. I don't think I've ever played a game with tank controls. Anthony just described it to me. He said it's like when you have to rotate and then move forward that way. Rotate and move. A button to hold to move forward. And arrow keys to to rotate. Interesting. I don't know. A game doesn't immediately come to mind with those kinds of controls. Can I just run from encounters? Nope. Just wanted to try. Oh, I should try. So there's this kind of my abilities in this game. I don't know what they're called, but they use parasite energy, and our character here has the ability to channel parasite energy. I won't go into too much detail, but I'm getting these new abilities I haven't tried yet. Oh, this uses all my parasite energy? Okay, that's a big boy. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna do a good old regular shooting. Oh, and Mayo with the follow. Thank you so much. Here we go. Let me get into a mini dance party for you. Thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. And thank you so much again, Face, for the raid. Yeah, the battles in this game look really fun. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's not like super. I mean, the action moving around part is like pretty exciting. I wouldn't say it's like super engaging or anything. Like I have to focus all my energy into dodging these enemies, but yeah, it's pretty cool. As it is. I gotta plan my shots better, I think. Oh, and Shiken with the follow as well. Thank you so much for the follow. We really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you for coming through with the face raid. Really appreciate it. Vel has mixed feelings about B2, but I guess it's just because I didn't finish it due to the tank controls. Gotcha. Oh, Croc has tank controls. A platformer. That's interesting. Yeah, Kojiro with the tank controls explanation. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. You move like a tank. Noted. Noted. I haven't been poisoned yet, but I don't know if I... Okay, let's use these medicine... Let's use that one too. Alright, let's keep moving. We are currently looking for... Here it is. This police dog named Shiva seemed to act up recently. Ben, get away from her! Ben is our oh no! Shiva, no! Okay, there's a lot happening here. Ben, the little boy, is the son of our partner, our partner, police work cop partner. And we're currently in the precinct. Ben was staying here to be safe. And then this is our commissioner, I believe. And yeah, just stuff's going down. The villain, or the supposed villain of this game, is up to no good, of course, hurting everybody, and has the ability to kind of transform animals. So I'm a little scared about what's gonna happen to our dear Shiva here. Yeah, no, doggy, no, don't hurt Shiva. She isn't Shiva. Eve's turned her into a monster. Monster? Close your eyes, Ben. It's like kind of messed up. Oh, okay, yeah, this is it's officially. Oh, no, Shiva, no! Shiva, no! Oh! Ah! Oh, straight up Cerberus right now. Okay, so this is pretty much the extent of the horror of this game. Pretty, like, kind of nasty FMVs. Hey, Morton, how are you doing? Parasite Eve, a game I never got the chance to play. This is my first time playing it, and it's pretty cool so far. Maybe similar to you, I've heard a lot about it. Oh, and Morton with the gift subs. Thank you so much for the gift subs, Morton. You popped in at a kind of a traumatic moment, but thank you so much for the gift subs. I really, really appreciate it. I need a dance party for Morton. Pretty good moment for a dance party. Song's pretty groovy. Yeah, similar to you, Morton. Heard some things about it. I really knew barely anything about this jumping in. I'll just say that the cover kind of attracted me to it, and yeah, it's pretty cool so far. Here comes the moment, Belle. Calling it as it happens. Yeah, no! Face, no, what happened? Gift subs for the doggy. Shiva the doggy appreciates it, Morton. Tien! Oh no! Oh no, you're fine, Tien. How are you doing? Good morning to you. No problem, no problem. Yeah, you kind of jumped in at a weird, sad moment. Shiva, the doggo, has succumbed to Eve's mitochondrial transformation. I would have been here sooner, but had to finish a paper. Totally understand, Morton. Hope you finish up your paper and you feel satisfied with your work. You're not touching him. Baker, I had Baker pinned wrong before. I thought Baker may have been suspicious in the way he was trying to cover things up happening with Eve and everything, but Baker really does care about his people. Oh, Tian just finished practice. How's practice going? Jiao. It was great. Good to hear. Good to hear. Damn it. I'm out. Ah! Dude, one day we're gonna see Tian playing archery on TV and I'll be like, that guy's our mod! That guy taught me how to play Remake. Ah, shoot. Can I use this from here? No, I can't. Well, it's just a medicine one. I'm just gonna start burning through these medicines. I'm not gonna make it. Take the stuff in my locker. What? Locker key! Is this the cop earlier in the game when things were, fine and dandy and he was like, hey, I finally got it. I finally got it. And he was like he was in his locker up to something. I'm not really sure. Okay, is this where to go? Oh, Morton also does archery. Very cool. Only in their backyard, but it is super fun. That's cool. Oh, no! You're the one that got Torres. Oh! Okay, this one's kind of wyvern-esque. Oh, shoot. That was really big damage. Dude, how much damage was that? Was that 90-something damage? Okay, I think I need to be careful here. Okay, let's try the energy shot right now. Yeah, do it. 99 damage! And... Oh! Wait, what? Was I, like, paralyzed? Oh! What? Oh, was that a revive? Did I use the revive? I think I did. Oh! Oh, no, it's still here. How did I auto-heal just now? I'm not really sure how that happened. Nice. Nice. Maybe I had 2? Okay, maybe I had 2 revives. I just want to check out that weapon I just got. Is that this? Oh, it's a better rifle! Yeah. Let's go. Oh, all good, Morton. Yeah, interesting. Mongolian style archery. Sounds interesting. Not familiar. Anthony and I have also tried archery a couple times. Taken a couple lessons. Like literally like a couple, like 2 lessons. To try it out. And Anthony is way better than me. Maybe Anthony should challenge me to archery for our Reyony Rumble. We might have a chance. Huh, I'm sorry. By the way, if you haven't noticed, I have the gold chocobo on my microphone still because I was successful in the previous Reyony Rumble. Can I go into this room? So rude. I know I shouldn't be trash talking outside of the pledge. Reyony Rumble, IRL stream. I feel like that tech setup would be a whole another thing. Fighting words, yeah, Morton. I'm all talk usually, but I've been doing pretty well, so. Ah! Please help me! I stepped outside and those things were all over. You'll be safer here. Don't leave this room. Okay. Hey, you're hurt. I think I have enough supplies to treat you just once. Would you like some first aid? No. I think I'm good, but I'll remember that you're here. Thank you. Just once, she said. Or maybe I should just take it. I don't think I'm gonna come back here. Thank you very much. Smash Bros for the Golden Chocobo, Prince Leo. We did play Smash Bros for our charity stream that we did maybe a couple months ago now, because we did like a competitive thing we called Versus Mode, and let's just say Anthony probably shouldn't choose Smash. You are both winners in our eyes. Oh, true, Morton. Yeah, is it all talk if you have the Golden Chocobo? You're right, Morton. You're right. I guess it's not all talk anymore. I guess it's not. Oh! Okay, I don't know what was better. Oh, shoot. Oh my god. They got me backed up in a corner here. Yikes. Okay, I think I'm okay. Ah, oh, man, it got the hit on me right at the end there. Huh, am I gonna be okay? Let's not chance it. Let's not chance it. Alright. Pretty cool. Ah, dude. Oh god, I thought it moved out of range, but luckily. They're giving me a lot of medicine. I just feel like I should just use them. Although I know it would be better to save them for when I'm out of parasite energy in encounters, but I got them. I might as well use them. Let's take the bird out. Because they're pretty annoying. Ah, got me. Oh my god, they got me! Ah, I could have planned that better. If I aim twice at an enemy that only needs one more bullet, the second bullet, I don't know if it's consumed, but it's kind of a waste of a turn. I don't think it's consumed. Or maybe it is. I don't actually know. I probably could have used a medicine here either. Alright, what is in here? Is there actually anything in here for me? Is that a chest? Ah, oh, is this just a room? With nothing? Oh man. Haven't felt this way in a while. There's nothing in this room. Alright. We'll keep moving on. I bet if they made this game today, they'd give a dodge roll ability. I'm hurting for a dodge roll right now. Does using an item require full AT bar? I believe it does. Yeah. Yeah, Morton, do any other games have a combat style like this one? It is so unique. Oh, the pause sphere grid thing reminds me of Vagrant's story. I saw Anthony play a little bit of that. I think I remember that Vagrant story. Ooh, these angles. This isn't the first time they've done that, but you know, kind of like this hallway angled trot. They've done this in 7 as well. I just say when, but take a note. Dutch angle. Is that a thing though? Dutch angle. Resident Evil 1 and 2 were like this, just without the magic. Okay, Kojiro. Resident Evil 1 and 2. Never got to play Vagrant Story either, Morton says. I don't think Anthony finished it, but touched it at least. Aya! Aya! Uncle Baker's hurt! Shiva? It's not Shiva. Shiva's already dead. Aya, please. Don't let her turn into a monster. I mean, she's kind of already there. Come on, I'm the one you want. There are 3 targets. Uh-oh. Whoa! Okay. There are 3 targets. Dude, let's just go in with the energy shot right away. Bam. Nice. Oh, and yeah, it does, what is it called? Like, knock me down for a second. I don't think I need to heal quite yet. Let me get a little closer. Ah! I think now would probably be a wise time to heal. I just like to keep my HP topped off. Oh, heck no! You healed! You can do that? How rude. Only I should be allowed to do that. Ah! It's the worst when a enemy heals. Oh my god, it keeps healing! For 100 damage! That's a big heal! Okay, you know what? I'm gonna heal this turn. Ooh, I'm actually running out of... I'm gonna do it. Energy shot. Try to heal from this! Oh god, 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 oh god. Okay, one of the heads is down. One of the heads is down. Is that right? Ouch! Oh, I used the revive! Did it use it? Huh. I'm not sure what's happening there. I don't know if did I equip the new armor in the conference room? Maybe. Check my armor. Oh, auto? Oh! That's what auto is. Anthony just told me auto on this gear that I have automatically consumes your strongest healing item. You may not always want that, of course. It's saving me here, so I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, because I don't have to use an AG bar to heal. Now I know. And Tian with the triple hydrate. Thank you so much, Tian. Oh yeah, Dragonov, hydrate. You gotta hydrate too, Dragonov. Thank you for the hydrate, Tian. Nothing is disgusting, Red Blood Cell says. It's like a little Cerberus kind of thingy, cutie. I don't know. Ooh, heck. Okay, now it's just gonna lunge at me the whole time? What's going on? Yes, it is. Alright, let's take a turn to heal. Ah, it keeps... There's like no room in this room for the both of us. I'm gonna risk it. Since I have auto. Oh, since I have auto, I should just kind of let auto do its thing. Yeah. Okay. Well, now I'm down to 1 medicine. So that's, yeah, I need to be aware of that. Great. Cool, cool, cool. We're good, though. We're fine. 1 head left. Can I use... Oh, I can use energy shot. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, knock me out for a little bit. Ah, oh, damn. You know what? I probably... Oh! Yes! Parasite powers have evolved. Confuse. Confuses targeted enemy. Let's go. I really hope there was no way to save the dog. I kind of just went in on just killing it. I hope that was okay. Yeah, what is that? A dog spider mix? No, Leo, it's just a dog. Just a dog. Who had its, I don't know, mitochondria taken over. Lauren says, I just realized Anthony with long hair looks like Sung Kang when he was in Tokyo Drift. And Anthony just sent me a photo of him. You know? Anthony just made the face of the photo he sent me. Maybe if Anthony had a side part, I could see that. I could see that, maybe. Oh, red blood cell. Also, my coworkers wanted to get to know each other over drinks and everything, so I offered to share a single malt whiskey I've been saving, and they said no. Honestly, I've never been more offended, red blood cell. I feel that, and it sounds like you just need to get new coworkers. Anthony with the Supra. Yeah, do you have a sports car? No. Yeah, with Anthony with the humble Honda Civic. Just kidding, we don't have a Honda Civic, but we used to. Red 13 on roids, yeah. Get Red 39. All right. Let's see what happens here. You know, Shiva was trying to get away from Ben. Shiva's trying to prevent this. Shiva could sense that Shiva was going to turn and was like, no, stay away from me. Kind of sad. I think I kind of heard in the past that animals or pets will like try to get away from their humans when they're like close to passing or something like that. I don't know, getting that kind of vibe there. Ben! Captain! Aya, Uncle Baker's hurt. Ben! Daddy! Ben, are you okay? Uncle Baker was protecting me. Captain, thank you. Remember when Ben was younger? We used to all play at your place. Sir, cut that out. Baker is fine. Just like the old times. Shiva. Ben. Aya. Whoever did this to Shiva, you'll get him, right? Yeah. Yeah, I will. Dang, that's pretty intense words from a little kid. Hey, day 4. Conception. I can see Anthony writing in a TL type S. I'd like to get a Civic type R. There are lots of letters going on here. Lots of letters going on here that I'm not familiar with. But they sound cool. You know, when animals close to you get involved, now it's personal. I didn't really Lorraine. But now that Shiva got involved, we gotta get this. We gotta get Eve. People. Come on, Daniel, you're in charge now. Yeah, well, I'm not used to this sort of thing. You're doing great, boss. But why did Eve decide to attack the precinct? To get rid of us? Maybe that Japanese guy knows something about it. You're right. Where'd he go, anyway? Oh, I'm in control now. Bet he's snooping around the criminal ID. Oh, sorry. I bet he's snooping around the criminal ID lab on the 3rd floor. I'll be fine. Oh, wait. Oh, this is Warner. Oh, yeah. Besides, I promised Nix at the hospital that I'd settle scores with Eve. We'll start fixing up the office. All right. Let's see. Okay. Pretty sweet stuff happening here. I mean, it's like pretty like campy sci-fi horror business. Shafter with a triple hydrate, thank you so much. It's like pretty silly and out there, right? I mean, I don't know if the science holds up, but it feels like pretty funny. But I'm like, you know, I'm kind of into it. Oops. Oh, and Belle with the follow. Thank you so much, Belle, for being here. It's been fun. Let me get this mini dance party going. Gotta go. Take care. Thank you so much for being here, Belle. Actually, I'm gonna finish up here as well. Let me switch back to this really quick. Boop. Oh, actually, this one. Here we go. Sorry, that must have been cacophonous. And follow from Ponelander. Thank you so much for the follow, Ponelander. New dance party for ya. So yeah, it's like it's cool. It's compelling. The detective vibe, the mystery vibe, it's all pretty silly, campy-ish. But I don't know. It's like charming in its own way, and I am interested to see where it goes. So we're definitely going to be finishing this. I've also been told that it's short, and we're on day 4 now. And I think at the beginning of the game, there was like this little like text during the intro that said something about like 6 days. I was doing some like sort of kind of not voiceover, but I guess if there was a voiceover, it was like I would have never expected what would happen in those 6 days or whatever. So I'm thinking I'm like over halfway done, maybe. Yes, that is Tofu. That is Tofu back there. Although I've only been playing for well, maybe, yeah. Someone said maybe 10 hours, so maybe I think I'm around the 5-hour mark. So yeah, this is to be continued. Thank you all again so much for being here, for chatting with me, for lurking, for experiencing this game with me. It's pretty cool, and my it's not a Final Fantasy game, but the JRPG binge continues. I have not played this many JRPGs. I feel like I probably played more JRPGs within the past year than I have my entire life. I think that's probably an accurate statement. 6 or 7 days of absolute horror. Oh yeah, you mean in this game? Yeah, it's pretty horrifying and horrific. What's happening to New York City? Yeah, you know, one of the things I was worried about playing a horror game is that, you know, horror is not everyone's cup of tea, for one. And for me, I was worried I would be too paralyzed by fear to play. But this is like not scary in like the Vel put it before, like wow, like, you know, like jump scare. It's just kind of the imagery, which of course some people are put off by, but yeah, it kind of makes my skin crawl, and it's kind of a fun experience, I guess. Very different from the Final Fantasies that I've been playing for the past couple games. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. And yeah, Tian plugged our Discord and our socials. Feel free to check those out if you want to keep in touch or keep the most up to date with what we're up to. On Wednesday, Anthony and I are streaming together more Final Fantasy X, and Anthony is continuing more Legend of Dragoon later this week. So yeah, check those out if you're interested. I love horror games, but they make my anxiety act up, so I can never play them long. I absolutely know that feeling, and that's the reason why I avoided horror for so long, because I was a huge chicken growing up and years ago. I would like pretty much every day be terrified of the dark, sleep with like a blanket over my head, create a pillow fort around me, and I definitely lived by the kind of the motto, if they can't see me, then they can't hurt me. This is definitely a new development for me in my life, where I've like started expanding my view and started appreciating other genres that I generally wasn't really that interested in before. I never saw the merits of like being scared by horror stuff before, but there's like some pretty interesting. I mean, when you think about how they're able to make you feel scared when it's not just like a wah in your face, like setting the tone and the atmosphere and stuff, I've come to appreciate things like that more. So yeah, it's 2021. Let's try some horror games. Why not? Play Fatal Frame for some horror if you want. I actually have heard of the Fatal Frame games. I guess of all the like JRPG horror games, I've probably seen gameplay of that one the most because it's pretty unique in that you're like kind of taking photos kind of thing, right? That's your method of like, I don't know, combat, I suppose. And thank you again for the raid face. Thank you so much. This game is campy B-movie horror, as you observed. I do want to see you play something like Silent Hill 2, though. I have no experience with the Silent Hill games. Same with the Resident Evil games. That could be something interesting. I haven't even seen the movies. I think Silent Hill, there are Hollywood movies based on that, right? I think. Yeah, that could be something. I don't know if this will be a recurring thing. Maybe because October is coming up and 'tis the season for horror games. Maybe we will try something like that in the future. I think Anthony and I will definitely do something around Halloween time. Last year we did kind of a special Halloween stream day thing where we played some horror-esque games like Inside and Yuppie Psycho, and we ate a lot of candy, so and we got in Halloween costumes, so maybe we'll do something like that again. The game D scared me as a kid. I say it again. Oh, the game definitely scared you as a kid. Gotcha, Martin. I thought you meant like the game called D. I was like, whoa, that is quite, an impactful name. Yeah, Reyony, Anthony said, currently being planned. So there is, oh no, there is a game called D. There is a game called D. Okay, yeah, Anthony was like, no, he's using slang. It's like, oh yeah, D, like definitely. Okay, thank you very much. I interpreted your message correctly. But the game D definitely scared you, is what I'm, yeah. Great, cool. D, interesting. Well, we'll have to, I don't know, check it out. At least read maybe a little bit about on the Wikipedia for that game. Anyway, thank you again so much for being here. I think we're going to try to find someone to raid. So stick around for that. But I just want to really reiterate my thanks to you all for experiencing this game with me and listening to my thoughts about games in general. I'm trying to be more constructive in my thoughts and more like, I don't know, thinking about the game more instead of just playing it. Playing it is fun also, but I don't know, if I could think more critically, then I am all about that. And thank you so much for listening to my brain diarrhea. So yeah, this is to be continued. Thank you all so much. Thank you.